guys, welcome to our channel. Today's video is going to be a roundup of all the things that we have received in Birchbox and Ipsy over the last year, products that we have loved and continued to use throughout the year since getting them, and things that we would recommend to our friends or loved ones because they just had that much of an impact on us. So I wanted to share those things with you guys and let you know what we loved and what we think might be worth your purchase if you are looking for some of these products. So without further ado, let's get into it. So now as we move through these items and we talk a little bit about them, I'm going to go ahead and finish off my makeup with these items that I love. When we get to the end of it, I will add in some of the hair care, face care kind of stuff. All right, so to start off, we are going, this stuff's so far away. Let's get it closer to me. Okay, so next up I would typically do my blush and then highlight. So for blush we're going to be using the Pacifica, and it is a highlight and blush duo, but I don't really care that much for the highlight. I just really like the blush that's in here. It doesn't have a shade name, and whenever I went online to find the price for this item, you can't really find it. Even Pacifica only has like single blushes, and I didn't know the shade name for this one, so I couldn't even like link the blush that corresponds with this blush. The only place that I even saw these sets like this were on like Poshmark or resale websites that are just reselling items. I'm assuming probably from people that have got it in Birchbox or Ipsy, whichever one it came in. I couldn't link this one for you. I will try to link all the rest of them for you guys. I will say that I really love this blush. It's a very like neutral tone blush, and it looks flattering on the skin. And then I got another one of these duos, and I don't remember what was in with the bronzer, but I really like the bronzer out of that one, and I used it until it was completely gone. But I also had the same issue with them whenever I got online to find the bronzer duo that I had gotten. Like, it was nowhere to be found. I don't even know the shade name to tell you, so I feel bad kind of even mentioning it, but there's two products from them that I've really liked. I just don't really know how to share them with you guys. We're going to move forward. I'm going to go ahead and use this blush, and we'll do the rest of our stuff. See, it just adds like the slightest peachy, natural looking. I really like it. Before we move any further, I'm going to mention the Tarte Shape Tape in, I think it was shade Light Sand. Yeah. Honestly, whenever I first got this, I didn't really use it that much because it is such a darker shade than what I would normally put under my eyes. But throughout the summer months, I found myself on days when I didn't want to wear that much makeup, but I wanted to conceal my under eyes. I could take this and put right on there, and it actually blended really well with the rest of my natural skin tone. It just looked more natural, and like I may have actually woken up like that, but we all know I didn't. But also, I'm going to give you guys prices on these. Most of them I tried to find the prices for the minis. If you guys were just going to try it because I recommended it, I would rather you do the smaller one so that you could find out whether you liked it or not. Since makeup varies so much between each person, you know, what everybody likes and dislikes. Shape Tape, you can buy this size, little trial size of it for $10. Alright, and then next up I have two different highlighters. I have a baked highlighter and a liquid highlighter. However, I don't really like this one as a actual highlighter, but it makes a really pretty like shimmery eye glitter, and so I'll show you guys that here in a minute. But for my like cheek highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Estate Baked Highlighter in Lit. I kind of feel like there's something about like a baked formula that just looks more natural and more like it kind of melds in with the skin when you put it on. I even take my pinky whenever I do this. I take my pinky and do the inner corner of my eye. So this is actually like the full size thing, and it is $10. So before we get into the one that I'm going to use on my eyes, we're going to do my brows. Gimme Brow Gel, and this one is in shade number 3. It is like a tinted brow gel. Take the brow gel and kind of I try to place the color kind of there where I need it, and then just take the rest of it and brush through. And it's just that extra little touch. For someone who already has brows, doesn't have a whole bunch of sparse areas, but just wants to make them look a little more structured, you guys can see the difference that made. If you did need to go back in with a pencil and touch up anywhere, you could do that on top of this. Okay, that you can get the little trial size for $14. Then we're going to go in with the Kaleido Cosmetics. It's called Astrolight See from Space Highlight. It's like a liquid highlighter. It's very pretty, but you have to blend it in super quickly in order for, like, if you were putting it on your cheek, you would have to like be very, very quick about blending it in, but it does give a nice pretty sheen. So I'm going to put a little on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to touch with my finger and then go in right where I wanted to add a little shimmer on my eyelid, and then do the same thing on the other side. Just add like a little light sheen to your eyeshadow, which I think is very pretty and very like everyday wearable. So that is $17, and that is for this size, which I think is a little bit of a splurge, especially if it's not something that you would use every day or every few days. And you guys know us, we're kind of on the cheaper side. Just kind of sharing with you guys what we did like and didn't like of what we got sent out of the subscription box. So not necessarily that we would go out and purchase these on our own, but because we have them, we're just kind of checking them out, and then you can decide whether it is something that you want to spend your money on. So, okay, so now we're going to go into this. It's called the 1999 highlighting pencil, and it is the color Lustro. And I've shared this in a few videos, but it's just like this shimmery highlighting pencil. And what I like to do with it is I'll take and go in my waterline, and it kind of just adds like a little extra pop. This pencil, however, is super expensive. I know that there are other cheaper brands that offer a similar product. I would just say if you don't want to spend the, what was this, $26 on this highlighting pencil, that there are cheaper options out there. You just might have to do a little research to find them. So moving along, next product is the Arceli Ojos Perfectos Liquid Eyeliner, and this is what it looks like. It's just like a felt tip eyeliner, but it is budge proof, and it will stay all day. It will stay where you put it. It doesn't leak out into the lines of your skin or anything weird like that. And so this is one of the best eyeliners I think I have ever used, honestly. With that being said, it is $17 for one of these, so it is definitely on the higher end of a eyeliner or a felt tip eyeliner. It's very opaque. Dries down matte, and like I said before, it will stay where you put it. I'm not going to do my eyeliner today, but I did want to mention that because I do like it whenever I do wear eyeliner. Forgot to mention the Professional primer. This one is just the original Professional primer. It's a very good primer. I like it, and I have used it. I think I've gotten 2 or 3 different samples of these, and I've used them all. This is the only one that I have left. A very smoothing primer, and so it gives you a good base to work on. But I do prefer the hydrating one more than the original one, just for the simple fact that it does give a little bit of extra hydration to the face. I don't know about you guys, but I can always use a little extra hydration. So, alright, and then so you can get the little trial size of that for $13. You may even be able to go to Sephora and pick up a sample for free if you ask for one. And I think that was a size a little bit bigger than this one. It wasn't the full size. It was called a mini, but I think it was bigger than this. We have the It Lash Blowout Mascara. I have pretty much used this tube completely out, but I have really loved this mascara. They didn't have a mini size of this available. The full size is $26. Really lengthens. It doesn't get glumpy or clumpy or anything weird. And just gives you really pretty long, fluttery looking lashes. And you can thicken this up and do a second coat and make it a lot more dramatic than that. Just depends on your preference. I always like to do a second coat, but I know like Mariah, her preference would be to just leave it at 1 coat. So there's that. And then we're gonna move on to lipstick. I have 3 mentions for the lipsticks. 2 of them I use together, and 1 of them is just something that I use on its own. The one that I like to use on its own is the little Real Her lipstick bullet, and it is in the shade Positive Vibes, and it's cute little packaging. It's a very pretty shade, and it glides on smoothly. It stays on for a long time. Moisturizing lipstick, and it is that, but it's just impressive how long it stays on, considering that it is a moisturizing lipstick, because usually the ones that have more moisture in them don't last near as long. Just the color on that, and then I'm actually going to show you guys the duo that I use. There's that. Such a pretty, flattering shade. I feel like would go well on a lot of different skin tones. $18 for a full size of that. So the duo that I use, and they're both products that I got out of Birchbox or Ipsy. I don't know what came out of what. It's hard to keep track which subscription box you got a makeup piece out of. But so I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Pure Hollywood. And then I have the Ola Neon lip gloss, and it is in shade Kahlo. Here's the lip gloss, and it's pretty on its own too. If I don't feel like doing like a full day lipstick situation, I will use this just on its own, and it's kind of, upon swatch you can't really tell, but it is more of a sheer formula, so once you like blend it into your lips, it kind of just gives like a little touch of color. And then the Anastasia Beverly Hills is a dry down super matte kind of lipstick, and it is in like this light peachy shade. So I go in with the Beverly Hills one, and I put it on my lips and kind of feather it out with my fingers, make it to where it doesn't have like such a like stark line. And then after it dries, I go on top with the Ola Neon gloss. It probably contradicts the wear time of the matte liquid lip, but I like it together because it just feels more comfortable on the lips. And if you have something like this on hand, I was gonna wait to mention it, but this is the Naked Lip Scrub. This is another one of the items that we got. If you're going to wear a matte liquid lip very often, it is smart to go in with a lip scrub like this and scrub a lot of the dead skin off of your lips. It'll give you a smoother application, and this kind of has some oils in it, so it will rehydrate your lips a little bit. And that is, since I already mentioned it, it is Naked Cosmetics. It's the Vanilla Cream Lip Scrub, and you can get it for $5.99. The Beverly Hills one is $20, and then the Ola Neon one you can grab for $17. So I take this, try to keep the hair out. I try to do it quick so it doesn't dry out. I just put it on the bottom lip, rub it in, and then kind of feather around the edges, the inside and the outside, before it dries in all the way. And now it's dry, then I will go in on top with a little bit of this lip gloss. And I love the color that it produces together. So there is that, and I really like I said, I love the color that it produces together. I think it looks like a very natural kind of shade, and it feels comfortable. It's not too sticky, not gloppy, because it's just like a very thin layer of this lip gloss, and then underneath is that liquid lip, so it's going to last a lot longer throughout the day. Alright, so last up for the makeup category, I'm going to talk about the Professional Super Setter Setting Spray. This stuff is the best setting spray I've ever used. It is $15 for the trial size, but like I said, it is a very good product. So if you're looking for an excellent setting spray, then this one is definitely worth your money. I will say, if you're looking for a good setting spray on the cheaper side, the Believe Beauty from the Dollar General has a really good setting spray as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. And then we will move on to the skincare stuff. And now on to skincare, hair care, perfume, lotion, all that stuff. First up was going to be the Naked Cosmetics lip scrub, but I've already shared that with you guys, so we're going to move right along. The next one is the Glam Glow Bright Eyes Eye Cream Serum. So this is what it looks like in the package. And then it's just this white cream. So it is an eye cream that I have enjoyed using here lately. It's hard to tell with like creams and stuff like that. Like, I don't notice like a humongous difference, but I've experienced like some eye creams like irritating around my eyes or making my eyes water, and this one doesn't do that. An eye cream is good for preventative measures, no matter whether you can see it working right away or not. Always keeping that area moisturized is going to help keep your skin hydrated and looking fresher for longer. It is $31, and they didn't have like a mini size like this option so that you could try it out, so you would just have to buy the full size. So moving along, I don't have the right packaging for this one, but this is from the same brand. This is the Glow Recipe, and this is the Watermelon Body Cream. I will say the watermelon scent on this is slightly too strong for me. Like, it smells good, but it's just, like, when I put it on my hands or my arms or anything like that, like, it gives me a headache. It's just a little too strong. The reason I grabbed this was just to show something from their brand. So the thing I wanted to talk about is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Sleep Mask, which is like a clearish, pinkish looking gel. Put it on at night before you go to bed, and then it just hydrates your skin while you're sleeping. I use the entire thing, that's why I don't have it to show you guys. I didn't know that I was going to do this video, or else I would have kept the packaging. I really enjoyed that, and I could tell the next day that my skin was more hydrated every time I would use that. That sleeping mask on their website is $22. Next up is the Sunday Riley Good, which is the front? The Sunday Riley Good Genes Lactic Acid Treatment. It's completely empty, by the way. I did notice within a few times of using this, actually, that it helped a lot with the texture on my skin. You know how you get like the skin colored bumps on your skin, but they don't ever like really surface, and it's just kind of like that texture? I get it a lot right here and sometimes on my chin. And I noticed within a couple times of using this lactic acid treatment that all of that was starting to go away, and after probably about 2 weeks of using it, I noticed that it was completely gone. However, for the small size that they offer of this, which is a 1 ounce, is $85 on their website. So I myself will not be purchasing any more of this unless I just hit the jackpot somewhere and become a millionaire. If you guys know a cheaper dupe for the Sunday Riley Good Genes, you can share that with me below, because I would definitely be interested in something like that. Next up is the Commodity Gold Perfume Sample. It is a super bold scent, but I do like the scent of it, and Mariah loved the scent of this. It is probably, I would say, like a mid-range to higher range perfume line, but you can get a 3-pack of the samples of the gold scents. There's like 3 different scent spaces. This one is expressive, and I think there's one that is like not as strong, and then one that's stronger maybe. You can get that set for $12 on their website if you would be interested in trying out the perfume that I'm holding upside down. All right, hair care. So I have these 2 protective like hair spritz things. There is the Bumble and Bumble Invisible Oil, which is to protect against heat and UV stuff, and also just hydrates your hair, and I really love it. It smells super good. I've used like a quarter of this, but I haven't had it for as long, but I do like it. And you can grab the 2 ounce of that for $13. And then this brand, okay, so this brand is called Beauty Protector, and this is called the Protect and Volume Spray. So protects your hair from heat damage and stuff, and also gives a little extra volume. So for this one, you can only get an 8 ounce on their website, and it is $23.50. And then this brand also has it's in a red package, and it's called the Protect and Detangle. And I really love that for my little girl's hair. And it just, like, everything from this line smells so, like, luxe. So that's one of the draws to these products, but they also work really, really well. Anyways, the other one's called Protect and Detangle, and you can get a smaller version of that, which is a 2 ounce version, for $10, or they also have an option for a larger version of that. Next up is this Shea Raw Organic Shea Butter, and it is scented jasmine, and so it's just shea butter, but it is so good for your hands, and especially like winter dry skin, and you can just see immediately how it helps hydrate your hands. It's really good for restorative, like my kids' hands in the winter. Sometimes they get like really dry before you realize how dry they are. Almost feels like you're in a situation where their hands are too far gone and you don't really know what to do with them. It is something that we can put on their hands when we see that they are starting to get really dried out. And by the next morning, and definitely by 2 uses of this, you can see an extremely big difference in your skin. So we have really enjoyed this. It is kind of strong. So if you don't like jasmine, you probably won't like this specific one, but they do have 4 other scents. They offer a lavender, a rose, and a woodland scent. I'm interested in that one. And then they also offer a unscented one. So if you don't like scents, I would go for the unscented one, and I love that they offer that for people who are sensitive to scents. But I want to try the woodland one. These are $8 on their website, and I would say it is well worth your money. Okay, so the last item is something that also will keep you hydrated, and I have noticed that will keep you hydrated for a long time, and it is this. And it's the only thing that I have went and specifically repurchased the full-size product. It is the Payot Hydra 24 Hour. It's a facial moisturizer. It smells really good, and it hydrates your face, and it continues to hydrate your face. I get a lot of dry skin like right here and right here, I guess in my T-zone, like, well, not really on my chin, but like right here and up here. And within using that little sample that they sent me in either the Birchbox or the Ipsy, it had completely removed all the dry skin on my face. And so I purchased a full-size one, and I haven't had that problem since, and I have been using this. You can see it is very well used. If you need something that is going to hydrate your face and keep it hydrated, then I would definitely recommend trying this one out. It is for 50 milliliters, which is this size, $48. But right now on their website, it gives you the option to either buy the 50 milliliters of this, or it says underneath of it, it says set. And so for the same price, for the $48, you can get the 50 milliliters of this, plus 2 extra gifts that they're going to send you to go along with it. So it would be crazy not to choose that option if this is something that you are interested in trying out. So that's the roundup of awesome products that we have found through Birchbox and Ipsy this year. We hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we will see you super soon on the next one. Bye!